studios. Your nightly news with Louise Huber begins now.
Good evening. The details of Tasmania's AFL agreement have been laid bare, with the state government releasing the deal after political pressure. The stadium, signed off as crucial for the team, isn't the only controversial clause.
It's Tassie's ticket to footy's national stage and the cause of concern locally. Under heavy pressure, the government's released the AFL deal.
We don't shy away from the fact that it is a lot of money, but we believe that it's money well spent.
There's payment schedules and proposed board structures, and a confirmation Tasmania has to build a stadium, ending any speculation we could backtrack but still keep the team.
And it's not because the AFL were trying to make things difficult, it's because both they and the government have come to an understanding about the economics around this team and the fact that the team's not going to be sustainable without the new stadium in Hobart.
We're also on the hook for any cost overruns and maybe more. Potential penalties of $4.5 million if it's not 50% finished by October 2027, and again if it's not finished by the end of 2028.
It shows that the AFL run the team. They effectively make the decisions about who's on the board, and they control what happens with Tasmania's team.
The AFL is invested in the success of this team going forward, as the Tasmanian government and the Tasmanian people are, and I think that's a good thing.
The stadium is in some doubt. It needs to pass both houses of Parliament, and the two new independents still aren't on board.
Every project needs to stand or fall on its own merit.
I'm hoping to see the Treasury assessments on this project.
Some say there's still no guarantee of transparency.
We get one vote in Parliament at the very beginning of the process, and there's no guarantee it will come back at a later stage.
Judicial appeals aren't allowed, and previous projects like the pulp mill have failed thanks to political interference.
It really invites us to expect that there'll be political pressure for the process to be done quickly.
Look, I hope we don't see political interference. We're putting it through the project to state significance plan or approval process in good faith.
Despite maintaining that Labor is against the stadium, Rebecca White today couldn't rule out her party's upper house members voting for it when it does reach that chamber.
Well, I'm waiting to see what comes to the House. The government have said they're going to progress this as a pathway through the Parliament now. Let's see if they do that, because a week ago they weren't doing that. This
week, Parliament returns, with an onslaught of questions about the stadium expected. Josh Duggan, 7 Tasmania News.
Rev heads have taken over the banks of Symmons Plains for the third day of the supercars.